let's go ahead and get started. Now, why is the patient still awake? You don't know what surgery we're doing? Yes, you do. We discussed this last night. We are removing your voice box. It's become about the time where I need a replacement for mine. And considering that I have a dual career, not only being a surgeon but also being an ASMR artist, I need to have a voice and I need a replacement. So you said you were willing to give me yours. Yeah, you said last night. Everyone, let's go ahead and get this patient under. They're clearly confused. They agreed to this, they agreed to this. Do we have an IV started? Oh, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and push the medication. Do we need to put some restraints on you? No? Then sit back and be quiet. Let me get the end of the IV. I'm gonna go ahead and put this medicine into the end of your tube here. Screw this in. Okay, and you need to go to sleep. Night night. By the time you wake up, you won't be able to speak anymore. Alright, now that that's done, this patient should be going to sleep. I thought we were changing the nasal cannulas more often than this. Why does this look like this one's been used 100 times? 5 times? I'm not too thrilled about that. It's looking a little tiny bit dirty, but let's go ahead and put this on the patient so that they can still be getting their oxygen flow. That should do it. Okay, let's make sure the neck is easily accessible. I'm gonna go about maybe 3 inches down from the chin. More like 3 fingers. Okay. And I'm going to need some iodine. We're just going to put this all over. A little bit more. Okay. We'll take this and rub it in. Remember everyone, we do not want to get any type of bacteria or cross-contamination into our very, very nice voice box that we're going to be taking out. Of course, for the patient, don't worry too much. They don't always live very long after, but we are just going to want to make sure we don't cross-contaminate as much as possible here. Next thing that we're going to do, let me get some of this little suction here. We are going to be needing this when we start cutting because there will be some blood flow. Okay, now for the scalpel. We are going to go ahead and make about a Let me see. This patient has very prominent neck. Let's see. About yay big. Everyone see what I'm doing here? Okay. So I'm going to take this scalpel and begin to make an incision right here. Okay, and I'm going to make 2 down on each side and 1 across the bottom of this patient's neck. Here we go, downward as straight as possible. Downward on the other side as straight as possible, and across the bottom. Okay, let me get that suction here. wipe this off so we can see what we're even looking at. Can you shine that light a little bit more, please, right here? Alright, I'm going to try to reflect back the skin a bit. Okay, we're going to need to cut a little bit further. Can't quite see what we're looking for, so let me just retract back. This softer tissue. Alright, suction. Okay, now let me see. I'm just gonna grab onto this tissue here. Pull that back. Perfect. That looks amazing. Do you see that? That is one pristine voice box. Okay, hold these. Let me tighten them. Alright, I'm gonna pull it back. I need you to put your fingers right here where mine go. Is the patient waking up? No, they're not waking up. Okay, hold that downwards. Pull down a little bit more. Good, hold it just like that. I'm going to get this other skin retractor. We are going to put this on the other side of where you're holding that, and I'm going to pull it downwards, okay? Just can't quite get down in there. Okay, come upwards. Like this right there. Alright, there we go. Okay, now don't anybody move. You keep yours like that. You keep retracting down. I'm going to use the scalpel and go ahead and start cutting the voice box away. Can you slide a little bit that way? Thank you. What we're doing is these very precise little cuts. I want to make sure that we don't ruin any bit of this. Okay. Let me see what you have right here. Lift up just a tiny, tiny bit. Yeah, you. Okay. A little bit more to the right. To the right. Oh, the right. No worries. Let's get that back in there. Okay. Pull it down. Hold it just like that. Okay. You let go of the grabbers. Let me see. We're going to reflect this back that way. Okay, you keep pulling down and to the right. You keep pulling down, and I'm just going to reach in and grab it. Don't anyone let your instruments slip. Almost got it. Perfect. Suction all of this out. Alright. Let me see. I might need to clip off that little vein that's bleeding there. Alright, you can let go and you can remove that up out of there. Let's get this over here to be washed. We need some saline water to rinse this wound here. Okay. Perfect. Now we are doing something different. I do want to keep kind of like a gaping hole in their throat open so that we can see what's going on. So instead of closing up the entire neck and the wound, we are just going to put this mesh screening over the patient's open throat. So we're going to put this here. Okay, somebody hold that. Okay, and I'm just gonna flush through here. Okay, bring it down just a bit. Alright, right there, keep it like that. I'm gonna get the tape to secure it. I'm going to put this first piece on to secure it, and then I want everyone else to go ahead and finish it off all around all the edges. I have to get to the OR number 2 so that I can get this voice box inserted into my throat. Let's get this on. And let me just see that screen one more time. Pretty big open wound, but I just need everyone to go ahead and secure it closed, okay? Alright, I gotta go.